Talk about 50 Cent right now.
Listen, I want everybody to shut up.
He controversial. 50 Cent is the definition of fucking street hip hop.
The dopest niggas out right now on some real serious shit, man.
Family right there, violator, cheating.
And this is the voice that sells 8 million records, so I think everything happens for a reason.
Think about it. There's always a method to 50 Madness.
I told you.
What
I
up,
told you.
gangsta?
I did.
Since Biggie Smalls.
50 Cent, I'm telling you. Street shit.
I know 50 was about to shoot that shit up with a Mac, you know?
You're nowhere near my caliber of breed.
50 Cent, you know
How incredible he finessed TV shows and this, like, he's to be studied.
I want to big up Eminem, Paul Rosenberg.
This the new era right here. Check my man out. 50 Cent, man.
I'm deciding to fuck your life up.
Nigga, you can front if you want with it poppin'. After the VMA.
Everybody know 50 grew up out here and whatnot. He grew up with us. We know him. He was a big figure out here. I can't even say he was soft, you know. 50 was never soft. I'm never here to shit on his name in that sense that he's soft and whatnot. But we on 161st. This is a spot where 50 got shot at. This is his grandmother's house and whatnot, coming up towards your right. This is the house to your right here.
In 1997, Southside was grimy. 50 and Smurf were running the same hallways, same hustle, same dream, with the same motto, get rich or die trying. They weren't just homies, they were family by choice. Smurf would crash on 50's couch, eat at his table, and even 50 would cook for him. Their bond was so tight that 50 Cent became godfather to Bangum Smurf's son. That wasn't rap, that was blood loyalty. Together they built Hollow Point Entertainment, moving mixtapes through barbershops, bootleg vans, flipping street money into studio time. 50 was signed to Trackmasters at Columbia, fighting for a break while dodging real-life beef outside the booth. Smurf was 50's street armor, keeping straps close and snakes out of the circle. And then came the moment that changed everything in Queens, the Ja Rule robbery.
We went down with that cat 50 Cent. We went down with that.
Who?
That cat 50 Cent.
Who? I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know who you're talking about.
Rob
The shit started, right? Shout out to Troy Casey. He might still be locked up right now. He robbed Ja.
And I'm in the club, and I see the nigga, I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, we chilling. He see me kicking it with the nigga that robbed him, and he feel like, oh shit, I shouldn't speak to this dude, because I know the kid robbed him, but I know this kid, I grew up with him.
Now, the guy with the gun won. You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah. You got the gun out here, nigga. Take that, hold on to that, nigga. Okay. Not a problem. You know what I'm saying?
In other words, Ja Rule seen 50 Cent in the club with the person that robbed Ja Rule previously, and Ja didn't like it.
I'll tell you personally, the Murder Inc., the people that you see, like Irv, Ja, the people that are involved in the business aspect are bitches. Like, these niggas don't got no hood in them.
And then I know some other shit happened. It was a video shoot in Jamaica Ave. I know 50 was about to shoot that shit up with a Mac. They always used to try to play Fifth, like, get out of here type vibe, you heard?
Yeah.
Fifth a gangster, he ain't taking this.
He's nobody. He's this person, right? This person we're talking about, he's no one.
That's the whole gangster.
Some niggas ain't hustlers.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? So when you got a nigga that's not a hustler, he becomes a buddy hustler. And what he does is he tries to eat off of other niggas' plates.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? By, you know, mentioning names and saying things.
Come here, give me a kiss, you little
And then wanting them to chant back. So that's why, you know, when you say the name, I say who?
That nigga's a sweetheart for real.
I don't know him.
He's a fruit pop for real.
You know, he sells like no record. He hasn't even came out yet.
I can't even see how a kid can look at Ja Rule and want to be like Ja Rule.
I don't know him.
This nigga want to be Tupac Shakur.
There's a lot of people out there that don't have things.
This nigga doing duets.
That see people with things.
But you call yourself a murderer the whole time.
And they want what these other people got.
Right. He's a pop artist.
Who?
Grease video.
Buddy hustler.
Like, you might as well just go over there and hang out with Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears and them, if they'll accept you.
Success is the best, you know what I mean? Revenge, nigga.
That shit is crazy. I really don't like that guy. I really don't like Ja Rule.
Make a nigga die bleeding is nothing. You make a nigga die breathing and you're saying something.
It's personal opinion. If that's the way he feel about Ja, that's his personal opinion. But I mean, does that give you the right to go making songs and saying all this shit about it?
Once 50 knew he got under the skin of Murder Inc., he just kept firing and firing and firing tracks at him.
I write my life, you write what you seen in gangster movies. I'm gangster to the core, nigga, you can't move. Yeah! Not a murderer. No, you're not a murderer, nigga. Ja, you little stupid little looking motherfucker.
Ja's my dog. We bang together, you know what I mean? Straight up and down. It's murder for life. I'm from the good hood, from ghetto. I came straight to Murder Inc., straight from my cell, from jail. People see me on the sideline and like, damn, Black been with Murder for like 4 years. What's popping with Black? But now it's time for me, now that the beef is popping, now I mean it's time for me to smash them. But I'm not out for the big fame, jump out there just for the chains, the jewels. And man, listen, my family got a house, I'm taking care of my family. Got something called health insurance now.
Both camps were firing tracks back and forth. On March 2000, Manhattan's Hit Factory. 50 ain't there looking for smoke, he's recording with Trackmasters. Murder Inc. slides through the same night. Ja, Black Child, Cadillac Tar. Old Queen tension boils over.
We walk into the studio, we hear Rule going crazy. He's yelling and screaming, and what's happened, what happened? And mind you, we have about 40, 50 guys with us. Rule's like, he's here. Who's here? He's like 50, he's here, he's in the building. Irv is doing the talking with Rule, and he's trying to keep a level head with Rule. Like, what are you worried about? Let's do what we do. F that, da-da-da-da. He asked Irv a question. The question was, you not riding with me? All I seen Irv do was unbuckle his watch, and I knew what that was, so that was it.
There always some suckers, B. Let me tell you, the door was super narrow, right? We in the hallway upstairs in Hit Factory, them little rooms they got upstairs. Yeah. It's super narrow, right? They came and closed the door. The door that they was in, my jacket is in their room. Look, there's 2 doors right here, right? My jacket is in this one. The hallway's narrow enough for us to walk through, that's it. They come close this door. They in there, they just let them close the door. My gun is in the jacket in that room. So
yeah, what's beef? You know what I mean? Beef is when you see a nigga in this fucking studio or wherever and the nigga want to talk and niggas is like, nah, ain't nothing to talk about, right? It's like 5 of us and 5 of them and niggas is getting it on and fighting and bang. Some way, somehow, the lights got hit off and niggas was getting it on in the dark. It wasn't like nobody hit the snitch like niggas is gangster and hit the switch. Know what I mean? The fucking not see nothing. It's just in the mix of it being so crowded and niggas beefing. Somebody bumped into the light switch and it got dark. That's what happened, son. Know what I mean? Because it was like 10 niggas just getting it on in the dark. One of the niggas with 50 like, yo, where the gat at? What? I just started hitting niggas. Vom. Because I first thing kicked in my mind, if niggas get to the gat, one of us is dead. But I felt the gat was in the area. Was reaching for, you know what I mean? And I wasn't letting nobody get to their gun to pop me, you know what I mean? So I started poking straight up and down. And that's the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God.
we gotta go through the scrapping on this side. The boy gets stabbed in the chest, the DJ. The whole situation bugged out. But they got my fucking pistol in the other room. Sitting there, I'm knocking the door after these niggas done ran down, I can't even get my pistol. I want to shoot going down the steps.
If that pistol was in that
it would have been alright if I did that. It would have been self-defense still. Because all that many people came in there, whole different thing.
If that pistol was
I would have changed everything.
Oh my shit.
Better I'd have let the swim me off in there with a bunch of niggas too. Bang! Niggas been back. 2 niggas get hit by 1 bullet. Then I didn't even go to the hospital. The little scratch I had only was for 3 stitches.
Yeah,
I didn't go to her. I went home. And I'm in the radio hearing I went to the hospital.
Lawyers let us know. I mean, this was pressing charges. They said that I stabbed them and then I stabbed a few people and all that. They gave a statement on me. That's the statement that's floating around that some people don't think is a real document, but it's a real document.
Me and Irv got arrested.
You little bitch. Try to jump off like it's a promotional stunt. 7 days before your album drop, huh, you little bitch? Order protection. From who? Who I need order protection from, nigga? Your little, oh man, motherfucker
rapping, man.
He's a clown for denying it. Because like anybody that really want to dig is going to find out it's true. So how you going to deny a fact? I had called my lawyer and said, yo, send me a copy over them. And we started letting the copy circulate to expose what type of person this, what type of individual 50 is, because he running around portraying a thug and all that. See, if he was rapping about club music and itchy eye, yeah, and some party jump off, he'd be cool, but you can't talk like a gangster and you a
To clear all the
snitch.
snitch rumors up back in the days, it was the engineer that actually sued, you heard? 50 ain't never sued, Yayo ain't never sued. It was the engineer. 50 never told. Yayo never told, the engineer told, and won a lawsuit.
A few months later, 50 Cent got hit 9 times outside his grandma's crib. After those shots, labels dropped him and radio blacklisted him, but Fifth was built different. Smurf wasn't there during the 2 incidents, but he told Fifth the next time someone wants beef, Smurf will answer with slugs. 50 Cent and Smurf decided to sit down and create a crew we now know as...
He took me, Rude Boy, El Dorado, and Harlem to the Poconos, and we formed the G Unit at the Round Table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an original co-founder, original big stepper.
Yeah. Okay.
Day one, street main. I got famous for busting my gun, my nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got famous for being who I am.
You say you put the G, you put
the G in
the unit.
We ain't started from no rap shit. We started from the streets, man, on some gang shit. Cause we ain't know this G Unit shit was gonna be that big.
While the industry turned his back, Smurf and him hit the streets again, dropping Guess Who's Back.
Don't go f***ing with my soldiers, boy. You get laid out, I'ma say I told you, boy.
Hand to hand, corner to corner, their buzz spread across Detroit then LA. Eminem heard the grind and made the call.
Yeah, we doing so much units, Eminem wound up getting a whiff of that mixtape.
Yeah.
Like we dropped in the store.
Yeah.
Eminem heard the grind and made the call. By 2002, 50 was signed to Shady Aftermath. Now he had a deal, a target on his back, and Smurf still riding shotgun.
Yeah. I'm rolling up some weed smoking. We now leaving Boston. I think it was a W Hotel, right?
Yeah.
I hear commotion outside.
Yeah.
I see one of my bros arguing with the road manager. I had a little animosity against the road manager.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that was going on tour I didn't appreciate. Always told myself if I got the opportunity to punch this nigga in the face, I'm gonna punch it in the face.
Yeah.
Opportunity presented itself. He beefing with my little homie, so I runs off the tour bus and shit. Like, yo, what's happening? My nigga, what's popping?
Yeah.
He like, yo, your man got my jersey on, So he like, yo, tell your man pull his jersey up. I got a gum stain in mine. So I'm like, homie, put your shit up, man.
Yeah.
He pulled this shit up. The gum stain was really there. So
Yeah.
now I felt bad like that, because we in the wrong now. I'm like, oh, shit. But fuck that, I'm still gonna defend my dog.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck that, nigga, what's happening? He like, nigga, fuck that, I told you that was my jersey. He tried to play me like, yo, you go get your gun. And he tried to tell my homie, let's go around the corner to fight now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, go get a gun, nigga. And that's what I'm saying in my head. This is disrespectful. I don't need no gun for you. That's what I'm saying in my head.
Yeah.
I just punched the nigga in the face.
Yeah.
So me and the homie who had his jersey, we washed the nigga up. 50 came off the bus like, yo, what's happening?
Yeah.
I had an attitude though, man. I was like, yo, ask your man what's happening.
Yeah.
I pointed to the road manager.
Yeah.
All I had to do was explain to big homie, because he ain't want to hear nothing from nobody. Remember, I'm his right hand.
Yeah.
So he came to me, like, humbly, like, yo, Smurf, what happened?
Yeah.
Kind of got an attitude with homie, because, you know, I'm fired up.
Yeah.
I was in the heated moment and shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you look back and shit, I could take the wrong for that.
So as Smurf ended up getting in a fight with the road manager, 50 sent Smurf back to Queens to get his head right. So as 50 Cent was touring the world and sent Smurf back to Queens to get his head right, Smurf caught a gun charge and got arrested.
The beef started with my homie Bang Smurf. As you know, he's incarcerated. Smurf was 50's everything. His shooter, his protection, his standby guy. He opened doors for him, everything. That was his heart. So when he got locked up, his bail was $75,000. Now at this point, Get Rich or Die Trying did like $8 million. So, you know, 50 had that money to wipe his ass with. So we just keep calling him, man. We just getting the same answer. So we like, hold on, this nigga went and did things for you, behind you getting shot. My man was the one that retaliated, you know? You didn't go out and grab your gun. You didn't go and say, oh, these niggas shot me, I'm about to go find them niggas. My nigga was in the car riding around. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas from the hood was riding around to take care of that beef for him. He wasn't grabbing no pistol. I feel he a bitch behind that, because how you not gonna send money to somebody that
did, you know what I'm saying, took care of your business. That's your business. You got shot twice. Smurf didn't get shot. So finally, we get a bail bonds person that says they'll take the house. Smurf's mother's house had to be put up in order to get him out. And $7,500 from his hood niggas.
This nigga, I called this nigga when I came out of the pen, right? I'm like, yo, 50, what's good? I mean, I'm like, yo, son, what's good? Why y'all niggas ain't come get me? This nigga he couldn't even tell me why. He just started beefing, like, what? You running around in town, I'll send you back to the hood to get your mind right. This nigga left me in the hood for 4 months, nigga. How you gonna send a nigga back to the hood to get his mind right? You know what getting your mind right in the hood is? Getting high and tearing shit up.
50 now, this 50 multi-million-dollar character that everybody's thinking he's fame, taking his shirt off, thinking he's cute, is not loyal. So all that money you got, if you don't got loyalty, who's gonna respect you?
There's certain people you don't trust, and then there's certain people you do trust. Like Smurf, like he knew Smurf was loyal to him, you know? Smurf would have laid down his life for 50 Cent. Wow. You know? Smurf go against anybody for 50. Even myself, Smurf would have went against me for 50. And not, you know, saying it's a bad thing, because it turned out to be a bad thing, but Smurf is a loyal person. That's how loyal he is, you know? That's just him, you know? He's too kind-hearted and whatnot.
Even when Smurf came out on bail, he still wasn't going at 50's head. He still wasn't, yo, 50, da. He was just hurt behind it. He was really hurt. He done slept in 50's house to protect him, laying his life down for this man who can't, in return, at least bail him out. You owe your life to Smurf, actually. You know, so we still wasn't gonna say nothing. All right, whatever, 50, da. He got on the mixtape.
Hey, Smurf, don't think I'll hear you out there talking about me, you little dirtbag. I'm like God to you. Like God to you.
Like God to you. You ain't God. That's why I dropped What's Beef. I ain't gonna about anything else he said, but that What's God shit really touched my heart.
Smurf is heated now. It went from being hurt to being mad. And that's when it all flipped.
Smurf came home heated. He linked with Domination and started Gangsta Flip Record. They formed Silverback Gorillas, dropping mixtapes and diss records straight of 50. He said Fifth changed up. He got rich and then switched on the block that made him.
No cats pill, 50 lay up the steroids and Prozac pills.
We went to Summer Jam, 20 deep. We went there to just make a statement. We here. Anywhere you go, you can't escape us. When they came out on the stage, we was already here. G-Unit. We were on the left side. And 50 stayed on the right side the whole time. He was like trying to ignore us and whatnot, but it just got to him. You know, 50 has an ego. So once something really touches his nerve, he wants to do something to touch your nerve. He comes over with a bottle of water. Now I'm thinking he gonna throw the whole bottle of water at us and cause some damage. This bitch opens the bottle and throws the water out on us. So Smurf jumps over the barricade. When Smurf jumped over the barricade, security rushed him. My homie Truce, that's locked up right now, grabbed a chair and flung it at 50. Boom! So once one chair flew, you know, 20 chairs flew behind him. Now we threw chairs at them. They ain't throw them back, nothing. Nothing. Their security guard tried to throw one back, but...
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up, New York City? I'm out of trouble, motherfucker. What's up?
We all wish that it could end, but you know, once somebody does something that is so crazy, like, your killer instinct kicks in.
50, fuck you. And he know why, man, cause you're not real, dude. You're not at all, man. For real. It's loyalty and it's betrayal and there's nothing in between. And we loved you, man, real talk. Niggas loved you. Niggas loved you.
By 2005, Smurf was locked up again. After that, they deported him to Trinidad. Even from overseas, he kept speaking on Fifth. The betrayal, the bond, the beef. He said, I don't hate him, but the streets don't love him no more.
You know, was a part of it. He's found a way to backstab these people. From M to Dre to Floyd. Like, everybody that with him. He's found a way to be a backstabbing, you know, fucked up nigga to them, which is, I think, is a testament to who he is.
50 Cent's a mogul now. Movies, TV, champagne, legacy. And somewhere across the ocean, Bangham's Smurf story took a whole new turn. So he made a move no one expected. The UK, searching for a fresh start. Now he's out here seeking asylum, saying he can't go back home without danger following him. From Queen's Corners to British Flats, that's how far this war stretched.
I hope you remember this. This man has the most anticipated debut album in a long time. The documentary comes out on Tuesday with the song How We Do, with some help from his pal 50 Cent. Here is The Game. Yeah.
After building up G-Unit into a multi-million-dollar empire, 50 didn't slow down. He went looking for his next star. That star was The Game.
Ready, here come Compton, Drake found me in the slums, selling that stuff.
50, from The Game, from your big homie The Game. Please, man, stop telling on people, man.
Nah. And then he says, Lloyd Banks can.
But at the end of the day, my shit got shot up.
Well, guess what? You don't fucking kick me out of group.
Well, a member of 50 Cent's entourage is recovering today from a gunshot wound.
Come on, gang, you'll never be my equal. Your homies shoot dogs, my niggas shoot people.
I'm the G&G unit.
You ain't safe. You ain't safe. 50 for damn sure ain't safe.
I'm back 100% right on y'all niggas.
Word of my mother this day. I'm telling you, right here, man.
One of 50 Cent's associates assaulted you.
The whole world know you're snitching. Your whole family know you're snitch. Even your son know you're snitch.
In January 2005, The Game had just released his debut album, The Documentary. 50 is featured on hits like How We Do.
This is how we do.
Hate It or Love It.
Hey, envy me. I'm Rap's MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
However, 50 Cent later admitted he felt sidelined by The Game's sudden success, noting that Interscope's energy seemed to shift towards The Game's West Coast buzz, right when 50 was geared up to drop his own album, The Massacre, in February. This laid early groundwork for friction. 50 felt the tail was wagging the dog, as he put it, implying The Game was taking his spotlight before 50's album release. On February 26, 2005, The Game appeared on Hot 97 Radio in New York and stated he had no issues with the rappers 50 Cent was beefing with.
I think Hot 97 talked to Funk Flex or something, and they asked me, they were like, 50 got beef with Jadakiss and Fat Joe and Nas.
No, the second time I came to New York, Jadakiss picked me up. Jadakiss picked me up in a Benz truck with a North Face on and some Timbs. Yeah, Kiss took me to Yonkers. Nigga, DMX had dogs out. This nigga DMX talked to the dogs and they talked back. Later on, I run into Nas coming out to Houston. This nigga Nas. And Nas was like, yo. He was like, yo, you next, son. Fast forward, I'm on Hot 97, Funk Flex asking me, where am I in the beef? Number one, I don't even know these niggas got beef. Number two, Jada just picked me up yesterday. Right. What I look like flashing on him? Right. I just saw Nas at Houston, and Joe is my man. I didn't know 50, me and 50, we never talked about his beefs and who we didn't like. And he never gave us the G-Unit handbook and said, fuck these niggas. Because then I would have had a real nigga conversation like, yo, Fifth, Jada just picked me up. Right. Then he would have said, fuck them niggas. I wouldn't have said fuck them, but I would have fell back from him if this is the team I'm riding with.
At the time, those artists were targets of 50's up-and-coming diss track, Piggy Bank.
Police said a milkshake, bring all the boys to the yard. Then Nas went and tattooed the bitch on his arm.
So The Game was a G-Unit member and he was riding around with enemies of 50. Fat Joe, Jadakiss, Nas.
50 don't talk about nothing but money. So nobody never told me that the group was beefing with Nas and Fat Joe and Jadakiss, so I wasn't privy to it. So I was like, yeah, that don't really got nothing to do with me. And to be perfectly honest, me and 50, we were in the group, but I wasn't in it for that long, and we weren't friends. Right. They just threw me in the group, and I appreciated the alley-oop, but we weren't homies. So a lot of people get it misconstrued. They think that, like, we were best friends or something. I betrayed this friendship or something like that. But what I did was stay loyal to, you know, the people that like I listened to coming up.
Do you think Game has a problem with the relationship that you have with the rest of the team?
I think he has a problem. I think he has a problem with my position. I think he'd like to be 50 Cent, like the head.
You know how sometimes you're in a situation where anything could spark something to happen. And it was there. It been there.
Kiss has been one of my homeboys from, the early stages of my career on the underground mixtape level, and Fat Joe is a dude who I got love for in the streets.
And I guess the spark was when Game said he didn't have no problem with Nas or them other guys. That was that spark that I guess that 50 felt was the last straw, and it was time to execute.
I felt like what he was saying was disrespectful on the radio because everybody that I would have differences with at this point is cool with him.
While Game was overseas, he was hearing things that 50 was saying, and then the Vibe magazine came out.
I ain't been able to conjure up all the things that's been said and what's going on these radio stations, but I guarantee you when I find out, man, I'm gonna make my decision on, what's my next move.
G-Unit is here, 50's here, and Game can be anywhere in between that and probably even bigger than that. And you can't suppress that. You can't suppress that with just G-Unit.
I wanted to be on Dre's level, on Eminem's level, and I wanted to be respected as that. I don't think 50 respected me in that aspect. I think he wanted me to be a G-Unit soldier, which I'm not.
On air, 50 sounded mad. He claimed he saved Game's career and that he was earning more money from the documentary than the Game himself. He said the Game might as well go make his songs with Nas since he's gone from G-Unit.
So the next thing I get, I'm kicked out the group. Well, guess what? You don't fucking kick me out of group. I'm the G and G-Unit.
He got a whole coast that he represent. So it ain't the same thing. These ain't no guys out of your neighborhood in Queens. This is a guy who has a whole coast that didn't have anything for 10 years.
I don't even know how this whole beef came about with me and him because we're all under the same roof. But he started it and I was ready to finish it.
Well, a member of 50 Cent's entourage is recovering today from a gunshot wound. The 24-year-old Los Angeles man was reportedly shot in the leg last night while in the lobby of a Manhattan radio station.
We were in New York. We didn't have cars. We just hopped out of cabs and we went up there trying to, defuse something and talk to a guy that didn't want to talk. He remained upstairs in the radio station and sent security down.
Police say a group was exiting the building. They were leaving and they started to argue and someone pulled a gun. 50 was not injured during the incident. Victim is in stable condition. No arrests have been made.
When the security came down and they seen, 30 Black Wall Street guys outside and they start shooting at the ground. Some shots skidded up off the ground and hit my man in his leg a couple times. People say, they like to say, well, 50 Cent, shot one of Game's, cohorts or whatever, but that's not what happened. 50 Cent went out the back door of the radio station and his security, armed security, which were more than likely NYPD came out and were, they felt they were scared. So they pulled out guns and dude got to shooting at the ground, skidded up, hit Kevin. He was bleeding in the snow and I feel embarrassed by what happened. And I felt like I let all my guys down and leading them in that, in that situation where we had to retreat because we were outgunned.
My whole thing to Game was, if we do this, if you do this, we fuck hip hop up. And it's hard for me to say that because I come from the streets too. And for me to look at Game and say, dude, he shot your friend, but don't do anything. When we come from a culture of, you shoot me, I shoot you back. You kill one of my friends, I kill two of your friends. You kill three of my friends. That's how we understand the resolution of beef. And that's why I have to commend Game, because we talked them out of going that route.
Following the violent incident of events, both artists were under pressure from music executives and community leaders to resolve the conflict. In an unexpected move, just a week later, they held a press conference in Harlem on the anniversary of Biggie's death to publicly call a truce. Both rappers spoke about putting egos aside and promoting peace.
I just want to apologize on behalf of myself, 50 Cent, and to the fans, the radio stations, our labels, and I'm almost ashamed to have participated in the things that went on the last couple of weeks.
In the shadow of the untimely death of Biggie, today marks the anniversary of his death. We're here today to show that people can rise above even the most difficult circumstances, and together we can put negativity behind us. I feel like this is an opportunity for people to see us make peace.
For them guys to say, you know what? I got a choice. I can do what I've been doing when something like this happened, or I can not mess up a game that is getting us paid. And it ain't only for the money. We're talking about a whole generation that if a retaliation would have happened, especially if it was a casualty, that would have been like how Pac and Biggie was, the whole game would have been crushed.
We're making a statement that is a lot louder than the sound of just two voices. And we showing that you can control your destiny, not only your destiny, but your future. I feel like that I'm out of a situation where I was muffled. You know what I'm saying? Like muffled like a killer dog, or muffled like they do, horses, man. I feel like now that I'm out of that situation, I can breathe a little bit, and I'm able to do the things that I want to do as far as my company and my career is concerned, because, being over there I guess it just wasn't a thing for me.
So now, do we call Game a fake gangster rapper only because he didn't retaliate when 50 or whoever did something to one of his friends? Or do we commend him for being a man, to standing up and saying, you know what, this is bigger than me, for an understanding history of hip hop, and saying, you know what, I'm not going to take that route, but I'm going to go ahead to a press conference and I'm going to take these pictures and I'm going to give a speech from my heart. Does that make him less of a gangster rapper? You know what I'm saying? And that's our responsibility. Do we encourage the bull crap and then criticize it later? Or do we encourage, hey, and commend and say, yo, you did the right thing by doing what you did? Because it was really in Game's hand. It could have went either way. Trust me, it could have been terrible.
Despite the March 2005 Peace Summit, the bad blood soon resurfaced. Within a couple of months, Yayo and 50 was trolling the Game in magazines and interviews, and it was clear the feud was far from over.
Cat had my tongue for the longest, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to just bury everything and hope that it'll go away, you know what I'm saying? But they kept airing me out, you know what I'm saying? Every chance they get, it's Yayo on the radio talking shit when he trash, you know what I'm saying? Garbage, 50 in magazines just shitting on me every chance they get. Yayo on radio station New York saying they put me together like Mr. Potato Head. Some funny shit. I thought it was funny too, but what's not funny is what happened when the lights go out, you know what I'm saying? So now it's like it's full-fledged again, you know what I'm saying? I thought that the peace conference or the peace whatever we held with at the Harlem Boys Choir, the little with them at that spot in New York, I thought after that 50 would have learned something, took something away from that, and realized that he got family and kids and a whole business to run, and separated the bullshit from the business aspect of the music. But he didn't. I just kind of stayed quiet for a while. But and at Hot 97, the Summer Jam, man, I had enough, man. You know what I'm saying? I was in New York, and me, I ain't never really wanted to run away from no bullshit. So I just aired them out.
Some motherfucking noise for my nigga the
It was nighttime. I came out, you know what I'm saying? I started off with Hated to Love It.
They call me the motherfucking Game, man. And Hated to Love It, put the dogs on top. And I'm gonna shine, homie, until my heart stop.
And after that went out, it was How We Do Time, you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
By the summer of 2005, the Game launched the GU Not campaign, openly mocking 50 Cent's G-Unit brand.
Performing songs without 50, man.
I mean, what's that like, man? Do you tighten up when that happens? Or cause
no, it's good, man.
Who does his parts?
Hurricane.
Okay.
I'm Game. I'll do my parts, and Hurricane, my alter ego.
Yeah.
He doesn't like 50 too much, man.
So what happens?
He says mean stuff, man. Like 50 can suck my,
Listen, 50 Cent can suck.
And then he says Lloyd Banks can. Then Young Buck and.
The Game even got GU Not tattooed on his arm.
Now that's gangster. Stop fucking with me. G, you not.
Not long after, Game released the diss track 300 Bars and Running.
You sell records, but a G, you not. Acting big on the radio, to me, you not.
This 15-minute freestyle targeted 50 Cent and the entire G-Unit camp.
At the end of the day, man, he gonna end up fucked up, man, because you can't do people like that, man. Not in this life, man. Not in 2005, man. Niggas is too hood, man. It don't matter how many feds you got out there with you and how many, you know what I'm saying, police you got around you, man. We ain't safe on American soil, man. I ain't safe. You ain't safe. You ain't safe. 50 for damn sure ain't safe.
50 Cent continued to belittle Game in the media and in music. G-Unit affiliates put out their own tracks on mixtapes, like 300 Shots, responding to the Game's 300 Bars.
Say one nigga name, homie, you gon' go. Do it at Hot 97, so New York know.
Game released a DVD titled Stop Snitching and Stop Lying.
Hey Curtis. What's up? Look, you tell me what you know, you won't have to do any time. Lloyd already done told us. All I need is to hear you say it on tape.
Got it.
Man, what's wrong with you?
The 50 Cent verse Game beef was in full swing once again.
When I went to do anything like violent, or I set my mind to a beef, or I was in it wholeheartedly. And I already know that death could be the outcome, but I did not give a fuck. I'm from Compton, and that's just how it was.
For the next several years, the two artists continued to take shots at each other, both in songs and in the press.
The whole world know you're snitching. Your whole family know you're snitch. Even your son know you're a snitch, nigga.
50 Cent, for the most of it, responded with online taunts and jabs rather than diss tracks.
Black Wall Street down.
Then in 2007, the feud spilled into the streets. In 2007, the conflict escalated when Jimmy Henchman Rosemond, the Game's manager, had his 14-year-old son assaulted in Manhattan.
You made headlines, you were in the news yourself when you were 14, 6 years ago, when one of 50 Cent's associates assaulted you.
The attackers were Tony Yayo and a close G-Unit associate of 50 Cent. The Game's manager's son was slapped in broad daylight. Jimmy Henchman became obsessed with revenge.
At the end of the day, when the kid got slapped, right? It's all fair and war. You already know what's gonna go.
Yeah.
In the aftermath, a spree of violence came from his side. He allegedly ordered the shooting at the homes of people close to G-Unit, including spraying bullets into Tony Yayo's mother's house, while Yayo's sister and child were inside.
You know, for anybody who got kids, I understand how the nigga felt.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, my shit got shot up.
Yeah.
So I didn't, I don't want to get into too much of that, but at the end of the day, if you slap somebody's kids, I expect them to go all the way.
Henchman's desire for payback focused on loading Mac Fletcher, the guy who was with Yayo during the slap incident. Fletcher finished serving his prison term for the assault in September 2009, but just 2 weeks later after his release, he was ambushed and murdered in the Bronx.
He ended up going to jail, and then he was killed once he got out. Your dad was actually indicted this summer for his murder along with some other men.
Yes.
Do you feel that your dad had something to do with this?
From my knowledge, no.
Jimmy Henchman was convicted for that murder in 2014 after multiple trials. He received life in prison plus 30 years for the murder of Loaded Mac.
If you slap my son, I'm coming to see you. Point blank, period. And I can't speak for Jimmy or his actions or anything that he did or say what he did or didn't do. It's not me. But I know that I have a son, and it gets real serious when we get to talking about my kids. The jokes go out the window. It's about life. And I would trade my life 10 times over so that they can breathe for another, 24 hours if it was my choice. So if you slap my son, you might meet your maker. That's just me.
During the 2009 period, the Game seemed to soften. He publicly stated he wants to apologise to 50 as a man.
Bigger man or him, I don't care. He could take it and say, Game's apologizing. He could take it and say, oh, Game's a sucker. He's apologizing to 50. It's not that. I'm apologizing from me to him, to Dre, to Jimmy Iovine,
to Eminem, to our fans, because if you think about what Interscope was when we were gelling, man, we were it.
There was no immediate reply from 50, and that apology was undercut by 50's So Disrespectful diss that November.
Come on, gang, you'll never be my equal. Your homies shoot dogs, my niggas shoot people.
The back and forth nature of the feud continued into 2010. The feud became a war of words at a distance for years, and by 2015, a full decade had passed since their split. Then the real breakthrough came in August 1st, 2016. Both men happened to be at the Ace of Diamonds strip club in Los Angeles and ended up in the same VIP area.
Me and Game went over there, and I stood behind 50, and Monster stood behind Game. And they talked, man, for like 10, 12 minutes, laughing, joking. It was cool. I don't know what the hell they was talking about, because we couldn't, they kind of in each other's ear. Yeah. The music is going on, and it was cool.
The 2 times that I ran into 50 since we had beef back in the G-Unit days it was all peace at the end of the day, and we had, amicable conversation because that was our relationship when we was face to face. You know what I'm saying? It only gets misconstrued when we can't see each other. And I get it. So that's why, on his Instagram page or on mine, niggas can say what they want to say, but he know that if he get in my face, he gonna have to show up as like Curtis, and I'm gonna have to show up as Jason, because at one point or another we were friends, and we made great music.
By 2016, the beef was finally over. Not because anyone won, but because both men survived.
I like to tell the people home, I feel so safe tonight with all this police protection courtesy of G-Unit.
While the war with the game dominated headlines, a parallel tension was forming behind the scenes. It wasn't explosive, it was political. This is 50 Cent versus Fat Joe.
I did it all, I put the pieces to the puzzle. Just as long, I knew me and my people was gonna bubble.
Nigga, he want to be disrespectful, so I'ma see him. And if the nigga want to see me on the streets, which we never do see this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Just holla at me.
That fatty thought lean back was in the club.
This ain't WWF, man.
My soul 11 mil, this was a dud.
You gotta be crazy to disrespect Joe. This Fat Joe, he called Philly. Talking about, when you see me, he gonna punch me in my face. Ooh, whoop his fat ass.
But one thing I will promise you, if I won't get you, I'm gonna get you.
In 2003, New York hip-hop changed overnight. When Curtis Jackson, known as 50 Cent, released Get Rich or Die Trying, the industry shifted. The album debuted at #1, sold nearly 900,000 copies in its first week. Backed by Eminem and Dr. Dre, 50 wasn't just another artist, he was a movement. But before 50's rise, New York had already had powerful icons in the hip-hop game. One of those figures was New York veteran called Fat Joe, with his albums dating back to the early 90s. 50 and Fat Joe's conflict would not begin with a direct insult, it would begin with allegiance.
The All-Star team of 2003 is...
I love Fat Joe. Like, he came to my mom's 85th birthday. I love Fat Joe.
By 2003, 50 Cent was engaged in a full-scale public feud with Ja Rule and Murder Inc. The rivalry was relentless. Diss tracks, interviews, mixtapes, radio appearances. 50 Cent targeted Ja Rule's credibility.
I'll tell you personally, the Murder Inc., the people that you see, like Irv, Ja, the people that are involved in the business aspect are bitches. Like, these niggas don't got no hood in them.
So, yo, 50, what's the definition of a wankster, man? I mean, what is that?
Ja Rule, Irv Gotti.
Commercially, the shift was dramatic. Ja Rule's dominance from 1999 to 2002 began to weaken as 50 Cent rose. In 2004, Ja Rule released the single New York, featuring Fat Joe and Jadakiss.
What up, accents, holla. You know where we at, we're on the set of New York. I'm from New York, and this is how we do.
For the first time seeing Ja Rule featuring Fat Joe and Jadakiss,
Rough Riders, Terror Squad, Murder Inc. all coming together to bring you New York. I hope you enjoy.
Always good to go through some adversity in your life, you know. What don't kill you make you stronger. So, you know, right now I feel like I'm a new man right now. I'm real focused. Like maybe I wasn't so focused as I was before, you know what I mean? Right now I'm extremely focused. I'm just ready to have some fun with it.
Yeah, we've been studio rats, really. Stay in the studio, then like a week or so, we go out. We see what they're playing. We see what they're feeling. We see, you know what I'm saying, how much are they messing with us? Do they want us back now? They're trying to catch the ears and just running their mouth.
The record was positioned as an anthem for the city, a statement that New York stood together. But at that moment, 50 Cent was publicly attacking Ja Rule. So when Fat Joe appeared on New York, and more importantly appeared in the music video, it was seen as alignment. The visual mattered. Fat Joe standing beside Ja Rule in a citywide anthem during an active feud sent a message, whether intentional or not. From 50 Cent's perspective, that moment crossed the line. After that, the tension was no longer indirect, it became personal.
When they doing I'm from New York and all that, with Jada and them, I had to get them at that point because they were helping them. The problem was I liked the record. You see what I'm saying? So when it came on, I was like, yeah, I gotta fuck them up. I'm gonna get them because y'all was supposed to stay away from him.
Following the New York release, 50 Cent began calling Fat Joe out on interviews.
New York City, this is officially trash right here.
G-Unit, including Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo, backed 50 publicly.
Okay, you fuck with a lot of artists, man, but it's a lot of beef, man. Fat Joe, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck that fat nigga.
Oh, man.
Fat Joe know what it is, man. That nigga talk like, he talk like niggas' money ain't long. Niggas was jealous because they money ain't long. We in places where they don't know Fat Joe. Like, you know, that beef is irrelevant, you know? Him and the Pistol Pete nigga, that nigga is taking, I know the real Pistol Pete, nigga. What the fuck is these niggas trying to tell me? Niggas, I'm in the club, I'm in the street, nigga. I niggas flying, you get it out. Fuck, it ain't all. That's a fake feet, that's a real Pistol Pete, nigga. Now, me on some shit. I will shit trip, you know. How I look at it is, if I'm gonna break it down to you on the street element, D Block has 31 bunnies, Terror Squad has 34 bunnies, and see 31 bunnies is like this big.
Alright, no doubt.
34 bunnies is like this big, and G-Unit has 37 Illusion, this big.
No doubt.
We selling the most work, and at the end of the day, a lot of people, you know, they think we're a gimmick unit, and we come out with gimmicks before our albums drop and stuff like that. It ain't about that. Because the beef records don't make the top 40.
Definitely
The
not.
beef records don't play on MTV and BET and VH1 and all these channels.
True.
The beef records don't get you to the MTV Awards. The records that get you to stuff like that is In the Club,
Right.
Candy Shop, Disco Inferno, On Fire, Karma, Shorty Wanna Ride.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Let Me In. Those are the hit records that go to worldwide.
The media amplified everything. DVD culture, radio freestyles, backstage footage. The rivalry spread fast. Fat Joe didn't retreat.
So did it catch you kind of like off of left field? I guess that's what everybody wanted. Did you catch?
It caught me off left field because I never, like I'm saying, same way I'm telling you that, I never had a problem with them. I never threw subliminals at them. You know, I never had a problem with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I seriously never had a problem with them. And when I heard the rumor, I was like, yo, you know, Money could take that off the record. I still ain't got a problem with them.
Okay.
You know, I ain't into battle raps. That ain't my style. That ain't how I get down.
And I heard this coward call you up.
You know, this is the drama hour. This is where everything happens.
Yo, Slate, man, this ain't WWF, man.
So explain what it is.
Listen, first of all, man, this dude, you know what I'm saying? He wanna come at me. I ain't had no problem with this dude. This dude just invented a problem, you know what I mean?
We gave him ample enough time to change the record. He didn't want to change the record or whatever the case may be, so he wants beef. So the dude wants rap battle beef.
Okay.
You know that you yourself ain't never see this dude in a club. His number one record is called In the Club. We ain't never see this dude in a club in our life. He ain't grow up with the 20 white boys that he be with every day. Wow. And that bulletproof shit, that shit ain't fly, B. He act like, yo, my Teflon car, no, you scared.
Well, there's nothing I really believe about 50 Cent. I gotta be totally honest with you, Sway. And when he did that first interview, dissing Fat Joe with you, with the candle lights and all that, you know.
Hold up.
It
was a dope interview.
It was a dope interview, but he lied. You know, 50 Cent, you know, I've been in the game 16 years. You know, he got to try having longevity in this game. You know, if you talk about album sales, he went from selling 10 million albums to not even going gold his last album. So he lost 9.5 million fans in 4 years. So, you know, I don't really trip off him. I never understood he has beef with, the latest one, he's going at Puff Daddy. He has beef with Jadakiss. He has beef with Cameron. Anybody we consider dope in New York, he has went at them. You understand? Or Lil Wayne, there ain't nobody he ain't touched. Fat Joe ain't out here trying to battle rap everybody in the world. Shout out Mr. Blanco over there. That's not what I'm about. Mm-hmm. But what I am is a man. And when you disrespect my family and you disrespect me like that, then there gotta be answers to the questions. You know what I'm saying? I've told them a million times, I swear, I don't know if we want to go in that route, but I've told them the day 50 Cent want to lock up with me in the bathroom and we do this like men, we can hug each other and keep it moving the day after that. But somebody got to answer.
Hey, yo, man, these niggas is some funny niggas that ain't got nothing else to do with themselves, man. This shit came out today. It's March 2nd, man. I'm in Texas right now. Corpus Christi got a show tonight. Did Funkmaster Flex car show yesterday. I'm looking beautiful. You see this shit here? Nigga, I give the beats. Yo, Curtis, I give the beats. You in the Neverland Ranch over there in Connecticut can't come out your fucking house playing with these internet shits, man. Papoose, please, man. I get a beats, man. I ain't lose a fight since junior high, nigga. You fucking crazy. When I come to New York, I'm going up on the radio. We gonna address everything. Niggas is gonna be real. Hey, yo, my nigga, y'all some funny niggas, you pussies. March 2nd, it's Coca. Look how beautiful I look. Matter of fact, I'm skinny. That's a picture I took a year ago at the Knick game, my nigga.
In 2005, he released Fofo, a direct response to 50 Cent. The lyrics referenced 50's shooting and challenged his dominance. This was no longer symbolic tension, it was direct lyrical warfare. Award shows became pressure points. At the 2005 MTV Video Music Awards, both camps were present. Reports described heavy security and visible hostility.
I like to tell the people home, I feel so safe tonight with all this police protection courtesy of G-Unit. And the winner is Missy Elliott featuring Sierra and Fat Man Scoop. Put him up. I'ma turn over and tell her let's do it again. Fat Joe is man. Pussy boy. Fuck boy. Fuck. What? And all niggas is too.
While nothing escalated into violence, the atmosphere reflected how serious the rivalry had become. Both artists addressed the conflict publicly in interviews throughout 2004 to 2006. The narrative was consistent. 50 framed the issue as loyalty. Joe framed it as independence. Neither backed down. Interestingly, the feud unfolded during a period of significant success for both men. 50 Cent released A Massacre in 2005, debuting at number 1 and selling over 1 million copies in its first week. G-Unit was commercially dominant. Meanwhile, Fat Joe experienced one of the biggest hits of his career, Lean Back. Lean Back reached at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a global club anthem.
This was supposed to be Joe Crack's solo song on Terror Squad album. Remy Martin comes in town.
So I'm in the studio and Lean Back comes on. As soon as it comes on, I'm like, Oh, he thinks he's slick. He thinks that he's gonna do this record by himself. I told the engineer, excuse me, the second verse, can we just erase it?
Trump's in the booth, rips it down, and she like, I'm getting on this no matter what. It is what it is. I'm Remy Martin, Terror Squad. Make a long story short, she stayed on the record, which was meant.
I don't think there was a person in the world that didn't know about that song.
Every club you went to, that record rang off. You hear it on the radio 100 times a day. You hear it when the cars pass by the street.
I knew the record was dope, but not to the extent of what Lean Back became.
By the mid-2000s, hip-hop itself was evolving. Unit was soon fractured, particularly after the departure of the game in 2005. Digital distribution began changing how conflict spread. Mixtape DVDs declined, online platforms gained influence, the culture moved on, and so did the urgency of the feud. In later interviews, Fat Joe explained that appearing on New York was not meant to be a declaration of war. He saw it as supporting a city anthem. But in the climate at that moment, perception mattered more than intention.
Ja was my man, you know what I'm saying? This was an anthem for New York. And, you know, but 50, I understood, you know, I grew up in the streets and it's either predator or prey. So I understood his reasoning for going at Fat Joe because, you know, he was trying to finish Ja Rule and Fat Joe's his man. Fat Joe got a bunch of street credibility, bunch of this, you know, and he just felt like I was giving him that strength. And so he was like, yo, let's just, you know, it's like a Putin situation. Like, he's just like, yo, we gotta get Putin and his man who wants to be on the front line, Pergoni, we gotta get him too. And so I understood what his thing was. Did I think he would come at me? No. And it was pretty much, it was so brilliant because it was the shock and awe effect, because Fat Joe, although I worked for everything I got, although I never extorted nobody, although I didn't bully nobody, I had the persona of New York Suge Knight. Like, you know, people feared Fat Joe and the Terror Squad in that way. You know, so for him talking about Fat Joe in the same city, it was like, you know, like the funeral homes was like, you know, anticipating, you know, they was like, oh no, they coming through. Like, you know, the funeral homes was making bids. Like, oh, it's coming through. Your normal person is like, oh no. This is like, just think of wherever you from, like two of the most dangerous crews are going crazy. And then he has such a reputation, I got such a reputation that it was not going nowhere but violence.
50 Cent years later acknowledged that many of the rap conflicts of that era were fueled by pride and momentum rather than direct personal betrayal. Eventually, mutual acquaintances brought dialogue between them. The hostility ended quietly.
When a person passes, when a person dies, you know, that really saved my life. Chris Lighty literally saved my life. Like, I had no hope. I was rapping, I never thought I'd be on. I was just the hustler rapper from the block, right? So I owe that to him, right? 50 Cent, he owes him a lot too. So, you know, the first thing was going to the funeral. I seen 50 Cent, we had no words, whatever the case may be. Shout out Chi Ali, I seen my brother there, we linked up. And they said do this award show for Chris Lighty. And I was like, let's go, you know, and they was like, hey, and they said his name lightly, and I was like, all right, because as men, the last thing I'm thinking is, I in no way was trying to be 50 Cent's friend. Right. You know, I had feelings, you know, I really had some, like, you know, I don't think now at this point in time too was a perfect time. You know, at the beginning, I thought somebody was going.
Yeah, I thought so too. I would have bet on it.
1,000,000%. 1 quadrillion%, because I know we was jumping out the window. And if they were gonna jump out, they were gonna jump out the window too. So I was like, all right, cool. So we going to pay homage to Chris Lighty. Me, the respectful dude that I am,
I'm gonna be in my best behavior to go pay respects. I really don't want to be around 50 Cent. I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somehow they put us performing back to some weird something that, you know, but when he came, he just came out the gate. Yo, peace. And then he bumps into another one of my guys. Yo, Pistol, Chris Lighty, it's all love. This, that. You tell Joe, love. So I'm like, you know, 50 Cent's crazy, right?
You didn't trust it?
No way in a million lifetimes, right? And then, so I go on stage and we do the rehearsal, and then somehow we end up next to each other. Like I perform, he performed, which, by the way, that was one of the dopest tributes on the planet Earth. He deserved that. And then he just pulled his hand out and he was like, yo, peace, man. Chris Lighty, man, what's up? And I was like, yo.
By 2010, 50 Cent and Fat Joe were seen together publicly, even sharing stages. The narrative had changed. 50 had transitioned into television, production and business ventures, becoming a major force behind the Power franchise. Fat Joe had reinvented himself as a media host, entrepreneur and respected voice in the hip-hop culture. The rivalry that had once defined headlines became a historical chapter, not a permanent division. The conflict between 50 Cent and Fat Joe reflected that era, an era where loyalty was absolute, where public association carried weight, where a single music video could reshape alliances. The New York record was a pivotal moment, not because of what was said on the track, but because of what it represented at the time. But time alters perspective. Both artists endured, both evolved, both expanded beyond the music that first defined them. Today the tension is history. What remains is longevity.